Diaz, and still one of the biggest stars in the sport, DC. Nick Diaz back for the first time in a long time, and the fans are excited to see what he can do. You know he's coming in shape, so we'll see how it goes for him tonight.
Nick Diaz will always be prepared to fight because when he's away, he's competing in triathlons, he's staying in shape, he's swimming, he's riding his bike, he's doing so many things, he's constantly grappling. He has his own academy out in Stockton. A guy that's never too far away from mixed martial arts. Nick Diaz has competed in some of the biggest fights in mixed martial arts history, and tonight he looks to leave his mark again.
Nick Diaz enters the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. All right, here's the top 5 welterweight contender, Belal. Remember the name Muhammad. And I posit calling him an overachiever, but there were a lot of people who didn't necessarily think that this man was going to vault into the top 5 and be the factor that he has become in one of the UFC's deepest divisions.
Well, when you're this committed, when you are so committed to your craft, and you have an iron will that you will be something special, you can accomplish anything. That's Belal Muhammad. When you talk to him, you get a sense that this guy believes that he's the best in the world. He doesn't believe it. He applies the work ethic to it to make himself and give himself a chance. It has allowed for him to be exactly where he is today.
And now he believes he might just be one win away from his first shot at the UFC title. We'll see how it goes for Muhammad tonight. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. We send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Nick Diaz! And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Belal, remember the name, Muhammad!
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Good.
All right, here's the bona fide welterweight contender, Belal. Remember the name Muhammad. This man has been a force really ever since he stepped foot in the UFC. But over the last 2 years, his wrestling and his grappling and his pressure game have gone to an entirely different level. As such, he has vaulted into the top 5 in the world. And if he can win this fight tonight, don't look now, but Muhammad might be challenging for the title later this year. Big shots being landed on both sides here. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Oh, nice hook by Diaz. Oh, in connection with the left from the champ.
He's got to be careful getting his head and throwing that jab. I mean, right away, no feel in our process. These boys just went started fighting.
So there it is, first takedown attempt, and he gets it. Sometimes I wonder if, like, I could get in there and stuff the first shot. I know the answer is no, but for the well-rounded fighter here, got to be a pretty discouraging reality to get taken down so early.
At your weight class, J.A., I think you'd be okay, my
Let's
friend.
go.
You get in there with a light heavyweight, you might end up on your back very, very early. But you got to defend before the takedowns get started. If you allow for him to get to your legs, he's too good at mixing finishes so that you're always thinking, how do I keep up with this guy? You got to stop him before he gets going.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Diaz. Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
2 minutes have expired off the round 1 clock here. Diaz is in half guard.
There it is. Now he's going to mount.
Outstanding work with the ground and pound here by Diaz. Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
What a strike from off of his back.
He passed the half guard.
2 minutes here to go in round 1. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat? Now he's going full mount. Changing the position.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position. Another ground and pound strike lands. Well, maybe ill-advised to be competing off your back, but he's landing. Well, that was a high-level extended battle on the ground. Now, though, the athletes back to their feet, and no surprise the crowd responds.
The crowd just loves whenever they get two high-level strikers going at it. It was very hard to get back up after getting taken down. But he's got there now. Let's see if he can take advantage of it.
Oh, and he caught the kick. Well, they've made all the right reads here tonight, and there's another one. Beautiful read on the leg strike as he catches it and then returns fire with a punch of his own. So they have got the timing down here at this point of the fight. Oh, and he lands another combination here, really starting to get into a striking groove.
I mean, and stringing them together so effectively, never throwing the same attack more than once. What a job to recognize all the openings in his opponent's defenses.
Beautiful entry as he gets the takedown late in the round, too, which could have an impact on the judges potentially.
Absolutely. You want to leave an impression in the judge's mind. And when you walk back to your corner, ref won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of his position.
Excellent job last round. Really like the ground control. This round, we want to do the exact same thing. Let's start this off with a big takedown.
All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it, if you will.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Here we are, early round 2. All right, DC is back from the concession stand as we get our next round underway, and you had to like what you saw in terms of the volume and the efficiency on the feet in that previous round.
Oh, he did a great job of just being active, really setting down on those right hands, showing that it was not only going to be striking, with a lot of significant strikes landed over the course of that round. Oh, right into mount.
Good work from the top here by Muhammad. Another ground and pound strike lands. A series of punches from the top here by Belal Muhammad. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space. And there you go, again, half guard.
All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guard. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys who start throwing up legs, chasing triangles. Got his guard pass.
This pace is just absurd, and he has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar, punches in bunches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list his performance alongside that tells you how this guy is fighting tonight.
Oh, huge pop from the crowd as the fighters get back up to their feet. I mean, you and I love a good grappling match, but these fighters came to see knockouts.
Yeah, the fans came to see them knock each other out, and that's what they're going to get. All the grappling was beautiful to watch, John, but ultimately, it is the striking that people show up for.
Oh, beautiful jab there. It's one thing to have length, of course. It's another to use it effectively. Beautiful job with that jab.
Gotta be careful here.
He's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
Oh, Diaz is in half guard. Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Just over 2 minutes to go.
This work, I'm gonna stand this up.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up. Oh, he got to his spot.
Moving his head on the ground here, avoiding a lot of these big shots.
He's got to be careful here.
Diaz is in half guard now.
We're getting him out here.
Now potentially working on a submission instead. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in.
Attacking on ball.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Oh, another strike lands from the top. All right, that's the end of round number 2.
Stop!
All right, let's check out some of the action, DC. What a display of just sheer punching in that last round.
I mean, he looks like a boxer. He looks like a professional boxer out there, throwing and stringing those combinations together. He landed those big punches over and over again, and it was this one right here that really did change the tide of the round.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Countering with the jab here, blocked by Diaz. Doing work with the jab there. Well, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it.
Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive knees over and over. You got to be careful here. You got to move.
Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count. All right, so he's dealing with some swelling upstairs, and you got to think his opponent is going to continue to attack that region.
Well, he has to. He's starting to see now the work is being done. He's starting to see the benefits of the work with the swelling that's starting to occur.
That punch no good.
He's back in the clinch. Let's see what he does now.
Muhammad's eye starting to swell now.
Not resting in the clinch. He is very active in landing a beautiful punch here from the clinch position. He's throwing these punches in combination, really dictate the pace of his opponent. Oh, separation in the clinch.
Just out of range with that right hand. Well, if you like blood, perhaps this is the fight for you. That cut is really starting to open up wide now.
It's starting to open up, but it doesn't seem to be affecting him too bad right now. It's still bloody, but it's not really limiting his ability to continue. Let's see if he can get through this and win this fight.
Well, he's got the ground and pound going now. Strong work from the top here by Belal Muhammad. Oh, that is tight. Could be the beginning of the end.
Looking for the guillotine lock right now, and it looks like it's in. He's done a great job of securing him, but now he's got to settle if he wants to finish the fight.
Oh, he escapes.
He got out. I mean, wow, that is great submission defense. There it is. Now he's on the mount. Great defense by the defensive fighter.
Well, he lands another strike there, DC, and no surprise, the swelling only getting worse.
It's getting worse. You know, we talked about this very early, how he needed to change something. He hasn't changed it, and now the swelling is starting to get bad.
Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter. Oh.
So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse. And you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him, whether or not he's reaching forward, whether or not he's confused by where it's at. We got to start to watch his reactions now as we go forward.
Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
Let's work, guys. Come on.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Belal Muhammad. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC.
Nice.
Oh, what a moment there as they make their way back to the feet. The crowd may be drunk, but they're absolutely loving it.
Yeah, the crowd loves the stand-up fight. So all that grappling wasn't what they wanted to see. They're back up on their feet now, and they're popping forward. They're excited.
Well, it's all pace and pressure down the stretch. He is really lighting them up now. champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do, eventually it will show itself. And right now, it's starting to show.
All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, so the round is over, and you see the cut man not wasting any time as the fighter makes his way back to the stool. The cut man will try to shut that cut on the bridge of his nose and prevent it from becoming a factor here moving forward. All right, as they attend to the damaged fighter, we will re-rack some replays for you. A lot of damaging strikes landed by the opposition in that previous round.
Well, him just not really paying attention on the defensive side has made his opponent look like an absolute world beater. He's a good fighter, but he has never looked this good, and that is partly because his opponent is not defending.
Ready.
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you got to change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normally. It's a 15-minute fight, so you have to do things physically and also mentally to make sure that you're ready to go that extra 10 minutes.
Ground and pound, the hammer Mark Coleman would be proud.
He does everything so well, and he's so calm. He's so calm in the face of such a big spot.
All right, side control now.
In the half guard.
Muhammad's back in full mount. Well, it's been a wild fight thus far, perhaps a contender for some bonus money at fight's end. These guys are going to have to dig deep. They're both hurt.
They're both hurt. You expected it. You expected a close fight. You did not expect a war like this, though, where both guys, from the moment they said fight, went forward, got in each other's face, and just beat each other up. It's been tremendous.
All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit. All right, full guard now, DC.
The fighter on top needs to be trying to gain posture to throw ground and pound and then move to the next position. But if you're on the bottom, you've got to build a shield. Try to push your opponent off to try to get back to your feet.
Diaz is looking to pass out of the half guard and attain side control here, but unable to do so.
Now he's going full mount.
Just over 3 minutes to go.
It's work. Come on, I'll stand you up. It's work.
Now he's got good body position. Yup.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Diaz.
Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Muhammad's taking aim at that cut right now, DC, and you got to admire the fighter IQ, right? Might as well keep landing strikes on a target that you have damaged repeatedly throughout the fight. Under 2 minutes now to go.
Hands up!
Flipped him with the jab. Oh, he's got the single collar locked in the clinch now. Oh, he landed another great shot to the body there. Really starting to connect at a high percentage now in the latter stages of this fight. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
All right, upper guard now, DC, some submissions at his disposal if he so chooses.
Yeah, he does have a couple submissions. They're very rare submissions, go-go plata, omoplata. But if the guy has any understanding of submission defense, he knows how to stay safe in this position. So there are advantages to being here, but the danger isn't so vast that you should panic. Yeah,
we've only seen a handful of omoplatas in UFC history. Diaz is right back to the full mount. 45 seconds remain in the round. And busy as he looks to improve position here.
Oh, right into mount.
15 seconds to go. Oh, Diaz is back in full mount. 20 minutes down, potentially 5 to go.
All right, relax. You're fine. It's just a little blood. You've been here before. You've been cut. No worries. We like the taste of our own blood. Now's the chance to go out there and get it.
Well, that was a damaging 5 minutes. We'll see how he can recover over this 60 seconds. We'll show you some replays now from that previous round.
He was on the receiving end of some big blows, and he wasn't moving his head well. His head was on the center line. He was a stationary target, and his opponent opened up a nasty cut on him. He has got to move his head to limit the damage that he's taking.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, 5th and final round. All right, next round is underway, and somewhat surprisingly, he got out of that previous round without absorbing anything in terms of significant damage, despite the fact that his opponent was pretty offensive.
His opponent was very active, but it seems as though...
Oh, he's hurt. Oh, nice knee. Diaz gets up. He is back on the feet here. Nice judo toss for him there.
No, this is where you don't want to be, though.
Oh, Diaz is in half guard.
Look at that. Recognize he's about to lose position.
Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Belal Muhammad. Oh, he's got his back. Oh, great reversal to top position by Muhammad. All right, feet on the hips here. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Diaz.
And there you go, again, half guard.
Muhammad's right back to the full mount here. Three minutes now to go in the fight. Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submission, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out.
Oh, Diaz is trying for a submission here.
What a tight armbar.
You gotta be kidding me. How did he get out?
He just stayed calm. He's able to withstand the fire, and now he finds himself out and safe.
Under 2 minutes now to go in the fight. Muhammad's in half guard. All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start to work. Make the opponent, and look at him attack in the arm triangle on the other side. He's going to lock him down, try to pass all the way across his body. Once he gets across, he will start to drop his chest to the mat and chase the finish. Knee on belly. Great shot from the top position.
1 minute to go in the fight. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Back mount now.
Go Kimura now.
Oh, that Kimura looks tight.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
Pretty accurate there from bottom position. Seconds. Oh, outstanding combination of ground and pound punches here by Diaz. Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his... What a fight! 25 minutes turned in. All right, so the title fight goes the distance. I don't want to steal Bruce Buffer's thunder because he doesn't like that, but... And new UFC champion of the world you're looking at.
Yeah, he's the new champ. No matter how you want to look at it, he did enough to take the belt off the champion. He used his striking, his footwork, his beautiful movement in order to confuse the champion over the course of 5 rounds. He did enough. It's time to strap the belt around his waist.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 49-46. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Nick Diaz!
Well, he hasn't been the most active fighter on the roster, but when he competes, he still finds a way to get the job done. Congratulations to Nick Diaz.